Manga-Waido.
My name is Yuya Tamura. I'm 32 years old. Even at my age, I'm only in my third year at the company because I change jobs often. Good work, senpai! Shall we go for a drink today? Oh, that sounds good. Let's go. This is Yota Mitsui. He's a good-natured junior colleague, but behind him is the figure of Section Chief Asumi Aikawa.
Are you guys already talking about after work? If you have time for that, go make some sales.
Chief? I've met my quota for this month.
The results of door-to-door sales don't count. Go and get some new clients.
But...
No need to argue. Now get going. And you too, Tamura.
Yes! She's a real workaholic. I really don't know what she's in such a hurry for. Well, let's do it to a reasonable extent so that we don't get in trouble. The section chief is far too strict. A colleague who was fed up with her nagging just quit 2 months ago. And today, too. I'm quitting.
What? I see. I guess it can't be helped.
She's a capable person, but I never managed to like her. One day... Oh no! What should I do? I had a last-minute cancellation of an appointment on a business trip. On top of that, there was a lightning strike on the train line, so the trains weren't going to be running for a while. Jeez, I'm seriously having such a bad run of luck. But you know, senpai, isn't this a sign from God that you should take a break? I see. Since this place was also a tourist spot, we ate as much of the local produce as we could, and enjoyed the feeling of being on a sightseeing trip for a few hours. At that moment, that was delicious! Senpai, is that... Huh? I found an old lady sitting on the side of the road. Excuse me, are you okay? Are you in trouble?
Yes, I lost the key to my bicycle.
After searching for an hour without success, she said she was too tired. After that, we looked for it together, but we couldn't find it. So the old lady said she would take it to the bicycle shop and get a new lock. Since it would be difficult for an elderly lady to do it alone, we decided to help her carry it.
You really helped me out. Thanks.
No problem at all!
Oh, you're so kind.
What's the matter?
I'm sorry, I keep thinking of my son. He was kind, just like you.
Apparently her son died in a car accident at the young age of 40. I see. I also lost a close friend, so I can understand how you feel.
I see. That person also died in an accident?
He had a heart attack and died suddenly while at work.
I'm sorry to have reminded you of such a painful experience.
Senpai, I didn't know that happened to you.
Work is important, but your health is your most important asset. You two should work hard, but not too hard.
Yes! I'll work hard while taking it easy! You need to be a bit more serious. The other day, you almost made a mistake with the order quantity. I'll be careful! Before we knew it, the train started moving, and we parted ways with this old lady, Sai-san. After that, although Chief Aikawa was still picky at work, for a while things continued to be peaceful. Then one day... What? I'm sorry! I will bring it right away! An accident occurred in which Mitsui delivered the wrong number of items. It was a rush order that came in when I wasn't around, so I hadn't been able to double check it. The other party seems to be very angry, saying that they canceled the deal. The chief returns from the meeting, and Mitsui and I give our report.
I see. Everyone makes mistakes. Let's apologize with all our hearts and think about how we recover from this.
The section chief said that and told us she'd go apologize as well. Good for you, Mitsui. Yes, that would be a big help. We prepared the extras and waited in the car, but... Are you okay? Whoa, Chief, you're looking really pale! Excuse me! When I touched her forehead, it was burning hot. No wonder she'd been sitting in her seat all morning, which was so unusual for her. Chief, we'll go with just the two of us.
I'm sorry.
But the person in charge of the other company is notoriously difficult to deal with. What kind of training do they give you if you can't even deliver properly? How come the higher-ups don't even come to apologize for this situation? Do they not care about the deal? Please, forgive us. At that moment, as I bowed my head when I was at my wit's end,
What's the fuss about?
You are... Chairman! What? Chairman? It was the old woman, Sai-san, who we had helped with her bicycle the other day. The people in charge at Wide Packaging made an error in the number of deliveries. On top of that, they tried to get away with sending a low-level employee to apologize. I'm sorry, but our section chief Aikawa was supposed to come with us, but she suddenly became ill.
Oh, you're in the same department as Asumi Iwaka.
You know Aikawa?
Yes, well, let's talk about it later. Oki, I'll take care of this. Go back to work.
When the chairman said that, the person in charge left with a dejected look on his face. Later, I was surprised to hear Sai-san's story. Sai-san was the founder of this company, and Chief Aikawa was her own daughter. Apparently, the reason for the different family names was because Chief stayed with her father after their divorce. After that, there were various misunderstandings between Sai and Chief Aikawa, and they eventually became estranged. They don't even keep in touch now. So the son who died, is that Chief Aikawa's older brother?
That's right. It seems that Asumi is in a hurry to work hard for her brother and make the company bigger.
And it seems that the company-wide packaging was started by the older brother of Chief Aikawa, Kazuhiko-san. However, Kazuhiko-san died in an accident, and now the executive director has been promoted to become the president of the company. Chief Aikawa is impatient to get ahead as quickly as possible and become president so that she can fulfill her brother's wishes. That's what her mother Sai-san said. But pushing yourself too hard isn't good. Mitsui! Oh, I'm sorry!
It's fine, you're right. As a parent, I'm still worried.
Behind the strictness, that was the reason.
But Asumi is a lucky person. She has kind subordinates like you.
I don't know if we'll be able to live up to her expectations. We'll support her so that she doesn't have to push herself too hard. That's right. Even though she's usually strict, she always takes the lead when it really counts. We had to repay her for all the support she's given us.
Thank you. It makes me feel better when you say that. Now I can concentrate on my treatment.
Huh? Treatment? After that, Chief Aikawa returned. As promised with Sai-san, we actively supported her. Chief, the meeting materials are ready, so please check them.
What, you did it?
Yes! I've also compiled the sales data for the first half of the year.
Oh, thank you. That's a big help.
This is the fax order for you. I've made a purchase order, so please check it.
No way. You did all of this?
Yes! I'm a guy who can do it if I put my mind to it.
I see. I wish you'd shown me that seriousness sooner.
I wanted you to smile and say thank you there.
I'm just kidding. Thanks. You're a lifesaver.
We made a point of calling out to the section chief to make sure she wasn't overworking. The section chief suspected our unusual behavior.
What's going on all of a sudden? Are you trying to cover up a terrible mistake?
No, that's not it. This is, Actually, we met your mother.
What? I see. I'm glad you feel that way. But you know, my feelings about wanting to take over my brother's company haven't changed.
But please, don't push yourself too hard. That's right. What if you collapse again?
I'm sorry about that, but I'm fine now.
Even as she said that, she must have felt some change in her feelings. The chief started to assign more work to her subordinates than before. And she also started to limit her overtime to a reasonable amount. And her attitude gradually became more flexible. Hasn't the chief changed? Yeah, she's a bit more easygoing now. But then one day, after a meeting with another company,
What? My mother's unconscious?
there was a report that Sai-san had been rushed to hospital by ambulance. I'll take it, Chief! Get in! Even though they've only just reconciled, it's happened so quickly. I was told to keep quiet, but the truth about Sai-san is,
What?
on the way, I decided to tell everything to the chief. Sai-san is fighting cancer. Progression of the disease is faster than expected, and she's been told that she only has a short time left to live. And I wanted them to reconcile as soon as possible. Since you and Sai-san got into a fight about your brother, you haven't really talked much, have you?
Why are you asking?
I'm not in a position to say this, but you should talk properly while you can. Otherwise, you'll end up like me.
What?
No, it's nothing. We're almost there. When we rushed into the hospital room, Sai-san had regained consciousness and had recovered enough to be able to talk.
Why didn't you tell me you were sick?
If I told you, you'd probably think you had to take care of me, right? I didn't want to make you, who is already working so hard, do any more.
You didn't have to do that.
I'm sorry, Tamura-kun. You must have work. Please, take good care of Asumi.
Yes. Please take care.
Thank you. You really are a kind boy. Asumi, you have to take good care of your subordinates.
Yeah.
On that day, I left Chief Aikawa at the hospital and went back to the office alone. It seems that they were finally able to spend some time alone together as a family. The chief came to work as usual the next day. Shouldn't you be with Sai-san?
It's fine. My mother said it would be fine too.
But won't you regret it? You can work as much as you like from now on. But the time left for Sai-san is... Please, be honest with your feelings. If you don't talk to her now, when will you? Time is limited.
Yeah, you're right.
The chief immediately consulted with the department manager, and after a few days of handover, she took a long leave using up all of her accumulated paid leave. The general manager informed everyone of the situation with the section chief, and we worked hard to fill in for her. In the end, everyone really did look up to the section chief. And then, about 2 weeks later, there was a call last night. The funeral is tomorrow. Sai-san. Mitsui and I quietly wept. Chief Aikawa returned just 2 days after the funeral. Chief, are you okay?
Yes, it's going to be lonely, but I'm glad I was able to see her off properly.
I see.
Thank you for telling me to spend time with my mother back then.
No.
I have to thank everyone too. Thanks to everyone, I was able to look after her until the end.
I'm really glad that you were able to say goodbye properly.
What? Tomorrow, what's wrong?
What? When the section chief said that, I realized for the first time that I was crying. If I could have said goodbye properly like the chief. No, if I hadn't made him work until they died. My friend and I had started up a system company together that used technology, which was innovative for the time. My friend used his genius programming skills to meet the demands of the clients, and the company's business continued to grow. I supported the company in terms of sales and management, and we continued to work together as a team. But I think he was overworked. he suddenly collapsed and passed away.
I see.
Without him, the company couldn't continue. I did my best to close the business in a way that would cause as little inconvenience as possible. All I was left with was the sense of loss of losing my best friend, my dreams, and my company, as well as the regret of not being able to look after his health. I lost all motivation, and after changing jobs, I became a man who just went through the motions of his daily work. I think I still haven't come to terms with it.
That's how I felt when my brother died. If you want to talk about it, I'm here for you. Anytime you want.
Section Chief, thank you. After that, I had more opportunities to talk with the Section Chief and gradually grew closer. The Section Chief's once aggressive style has completely changed, and now she talks to her subordinates in a much calmer way. Now, no one says that they can't keep up. Furthermore, the Section Chief started working on setting up the mail order department, which she had been considering for some time.
My older brother always said he wanted more customers to use our products.
I see.
It's not easy to persuade the boss to sell wrapping paper in small lots because it's not very profitable.
Well, we were able to make it happen. The Section Chief is truly amazing.
It's thanks to everyone's support.
The mail order department was more popular than we could have imagined, and sales were steadily increasing. Chief Aikawa's independently studied sales strategy was a big hit, and she was appointed head of the mail order department after being highly evaluated by senior management. Incidentally, I, who supported the section chief from the time the department was set up, became the deputy manager. And Mitsui, I'm the section chief! Isn't it crazy for me to be a section chief at this age? Oh, yes, that's great.
Please do a good job that's worthy of your position.
I know that. By the way, what's that ring, manager?
Oh, I should probably get going.
What? Did you propose? Well, yeah. I actually confessed about a year ago and started going out with Asumi. And just the other day, I proposed to her, and she said yes. Leave the wedding speech to me! I already have it ready! Already? After that, we got married. We were able to have a happy ceremony.
I wonder if my mother and brother are watching.
Oh, they're definitely blessing us.
Your best friend, too, I'm sure.
I hope so. The early summer breeze blows, and the fresh green leaves sway refreshingly. I felt like I heard the voice of my old friend saying, Yuya, be happy.